second. Oh my God. Hello, Lisa Shields. How are you, pet? I'm trying to get this thing to stand. You know, it's ridiculous. It was standing there but 2 minutes ago, and now it's like, oh. Hi, Kat. Hi, Jared. How are you? We're just going to wait for a few more people to come on. Can everybody hear me? Can you give me that thumbs up? If you can hear me, okay. Ah, that's nice. Hi, Sherry. Hi again, Elaine. Hi, hey, George. What's the crack? There's Natasha. Hi, Natasha. I hope you're not out in the pub now this evening watching this. Hi, Neve. Hello. I'm great, Lisa. Thank you. In flying form, as always. Always in flying form. Well, we were cold all week while you were sitting in the sun. Hi, Cecilia. How are you? Hi, Michelle. Hiya, honey. Kathy. That's great, Kat. Glad to see that you're still going strong in the business as well. It's really nice to see you back. Thumbs up. Hi, Anne Leonard. How are you? Yeah, where is everybody? Carrick McCross. Hi, Susie Farrell. It's a great night for the house, Jared. I have, I don't know if you can see, but the old fire's going. It was a lazy Sunday in this house today. I think it was the first time that I got to actually stay at home for one whole day and not really do much apart from make a nice dinner, chill out. Neve McMahon, hi in Dublin. Hi, Mary Coyne. Mary's in Mayo. Hi, Sandra Pelly. Sandra, where are you? It's nice to see everybody on. Yeah, I am right. We're just going to wait for a few more people to pop on. Oh, you're in Dublin, Sandra. Up the dubs. Oh, Yvonne Kelly. Hi from Offaly. Well, hi from Louth to Offaly. Hi, Laura. Valerie. Hi, Valerie. How are you? It's great to see everybody coming on. How's everybody this evening with regards to it's freezing cold outside? I'm sure you're all sitting at home now with the feet up watching this. But it's pretty cold out there. Marie. Hi, Marie. Hi, Vinny. Thanks for coming on, guys. Hi, Geraldine Murphy. How are you, pet? Are you doing well? I decided to go live. Something strange happened there the other night, which has never happened before. But I said that I'd do it again. It's great to be able to sit at home and be able to help somebody out somewhere across the country. And it turns out that the other evening when I did go live with the fairy cards, it was such a success that over 29,500 people viewed the actual video. So I thought, oh my God, I must have helped somebody, which is great. And that's another reason why I'm going on this evening. I like Sundays. Most people don't really like the Sunday evenings because they're getting ready for work for the Monday morning, and the tensions start to get higher and higher and higher and higher. So what I think I should make this a regular thing on a Sunday night, just to calm everything down for the week ahead and maybe help you guys to prepare for your Monday morning. It's hello, Shane Tracy. Hello from London. Thanks for tuning in, Shane. There's Sharon Holt. Hi, Ashton, if Ashton is watching. Hello, Ashton from Barbie. Sharon's 5-year-old calls me Barbie. That's my new name. Anyway, I suppose it could be called worse, couldn't I? No, but it's great that people actually are tuning in. And you know what? Keep shouting out. Those love hearts are lovely. Keep shouting out with regards to, when you come on, let us know where you're from, what parts of the country you're from. If you're not from Ireland, just sticking a thumbs up there, a nice love heart to say hello. Don't be afraid to say hello. Now, somebody said to me, they saw my live video the other evening, and they didn't know who I was. So I got told this evening, will you tell everybody who you are? So, my name is Fiona Dennis. I've been a spirit medium forever. It's what I do. I don't see it as a job. The day I see it as a job, I think I'll give it up. It's something that's there, and I like to help people. That's just the top and the bottom of it. I've been doing readings, one-to-one readings now for the last 23 years. Always did them from I was a child. I knew things that I shouldn't have known. But anyway, it's always been there with me. And I got an opportunity there 3 years ago to sit and write with Spirit. And I published this book. And it's called This Is Not Goodbye, Anna's Story. Now, Anna's Story is available on the iBook store. It's available on my website, which is mediumfionadennis.com. Anna's Story, €2 of each book that's sold goes to a special needs school in Drogheda. Okay? So if you're thinking of a nice Christmas gift for somebody, I think Anna's Story is the story for... It's a spirit story. It's her life story. And I had the pleasure of sitting with Anna's energy. These are all her words, not mine. Because guess what, guys? I left school when I was quite young. And I was working. Back then you could leave school and walk into a job. And you can even lie about your age to get into it. But anyway, that's what Fiona did. But all these years later, I got to sit and write this book. Now that was an achievement for me. And then somebody had said to me, Fiona, you gotta publish this, if not for me, for them. So what I did was I published her story. And the characters in it are just amazing. And anybody that reads this tend to say to me, oh my God, you could really feel that energy coming in around you when you were reading her gut-wrenching story sometimes. And it is quite sad. You will have to probably pull the tissues out at some point, but look. There it is for anyone that wants to give somebody an unusual Christmas gift. That is available. Somebody's messaging me and it's actually breaking up the connection every PM. Me, please. Right, that was my sister saying, your video is breaking up. Do you know what it is, right, guys? I'm going to explain this straight out. Every time I sit with Spirit, they mess with the electrical products. They mess with the lights. They blow the candles out. Things get a bit wonky. Lights appear from nowhere. And that's just what happens when Fiona Dennis sits with Spirit. It's like, boom. All the energy comes in on me and it's just crazy. I can't even get a photograph taken without one of them going, hello, in the middle of it. It's just nuts. So I'm used to it. People watching wouldn't be used to it. They'd be going, what is going on there? It's not the connection. I have the fastest connection that you can find. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Linda Redmond. How are you? In Drogheda. Oh, my God, no. Well, I don't think do you know what? I'll be straight and honest with you. I wouldn't allow tarot cards across my door. I work with the angels and I work with playing cards, But it's just to do with the energy. And if you do have tarot cards, keep them in white silk. Keep the energy very, very bright around them, okay? So anyway, So the other night went live and I'm glowing again. Am I, Natasha? This is nuts. Anyway, I have Archangel Michael here behind me. Do you see him up there on the wall? He's gorgeous. And look at this. This is just unreal. Oh my God. Oh my goodness me. Paula, no, it's not. Now, Jared Maguire, will you stop it? There's more than just one here anyway. But from the other night, we had such a response that I decided I was going to do this again. And I'm here thinking, will I move this out of the way? Okay, hold on. Maybe if I just hold it. I had a cramp in my arm the other night. And do you know what? It's typical. Anyone out there with kids? I have 3 selfie sticks in this house and not one can be found. So it's like, huh. But a cramp in arm. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Okay, so as I showed everybody, I pulled 3 cards with Archangel Michael, okay? And there was dream, love, and hope. Okay, so I've moved the cards into the sitting room where the energy is very, very high, okay? But I actually haven't looked at them. So, we're going to start because the energy is really, really high. For those of you who picked dream, okay? Here it is. There's dream. Okay, these are absolutely gorgeous. They're my favourite. And they were handmade. Okay, Sandra Pelly, you said dreams. I asked your opinion. Tracy Bourne, something about medals. I don't know. I didn't see any message, Tracy. But let's have a look at what dream has for everybody that's picked their card. Okay. Now, so here is the lovely, isn't it absolutely beautiful? The actual card itself. Archangel Michael. He's beautiful. Kim McGuinness, there's always something going on behind me. But anyway, I'm going to keep going here, okay? Now, what Archangel Michael says this evening, for whoever picked dream, they're bringing your attention to this situation is already resolved. Now, with Archangel Michael, the little prayers that come, there's little tiny prayers at the bottom of them. I don't know if anyone can see them. Can you guys see them? Okay. And what I'll do later on is I'll post the actual card itself so that you can read the prayer and maybe write it down and have it for you. And what it says is that I give any worries, cares and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this particular issue or situation that you have at the moment in a divinely perfect way. Now, this does show that there is situations around particular people at the moment that do need to be resolved. But it's like, you know what? I'm after seeing something there that's nearly like somebody, like a bull in a china shop. There's no point in going into something and not knowing the full facts or the full truth behind any situation. If you're in a situation where your back is against the wall concerning you and your life and what you're doing, you know what? Speak your truth and tell whoever it is that's putting your back to the wall, you know what? Step back, back off. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. You see, when it comes to situations in life, people tend to panic and they think that other people have the power over them and their situations and what they're going to be doing, right? And the thing is, they don't. It doesn't matter who they are. Nobody can make your choices for you. No one can make your decisions for you. At the end of the day, if you follow your gut and your heart and that sensation that you get in your tummy area behind your belly button, that feeling will always guide you along the way. But if you're in a situation right now at the moment, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but anyway, I'm going to go with it, right? I have somebody with me from Spirit who is taking my breath away. Now, when I say that, okay, I would be very much a physical medium with regards to sometimes they come in and they just start talking just the same way I am. And some of them can just yabba, 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 yabba all the time, right? And then other times they'll put their physical energy onto me where they will put onto me how they passed over. Now, it doesn't mean that they're suffering in spirit, okay? Everything okay, guys? It's the energy. I'm sorry. What can I say? It's the energy. Like, I mean, I had TV crew here not so long ago and they lost all power in the cameras. And then we went out and about and they went into a particular cemetery, which I had said, I don't think we should go in here. But anyway, they lost all the footage. So surprise, surprise, that's nothing new with Spirit, okay? So Lisa Shields, Natasha, Sharon, Katie, Kelly, can everybody hear me okay? If you can't see me, you know what? That's just Spirit. Can I have a thumbs up that you can hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody there? This is nuts. Okay, do you know what we're going to have to do? Johnny Gall with fast. Hi, hi, hi. Can everybody hear me? Please say yes. Thumbs up. Yes. Okay, great. Because I'm getting messages going, can't hear you, can't see you. There's flashes. And it's like, oh my God. Okay. Thank you, Sandra. I need a drink of water. Okay. So yeah, Spirit mess with the energy because the energy is so high that it you know, the vibrational energy is so high that things will just go pop. And that's why I work with candlelight and stuff like that. But anyway, everybody can hear me. Thumbs up. Back to this gentleman. Now, this man is connecting to somebody about a particular situation at the moment, okay? What I will say to you is he's physically putting onto me that feeling of he couldn't breathe very well before he passed over. Now, this gentleman, hi, Kathy. Hi, Valerie. Thank you, Valerie. Thanks, Yvonne. This, sometimes they physically put onto me how they passed over. Okay, so what he's doing, he's taking my breath away in a sense of this gentleman could not breathe before he passed over. Now, I have to say, it's like he shows me that his body was breaking down for quite some time. And I feel he could have been sick for 2 to 3 years before the emphysema or the cancer actually took over and went straight into the lungs and took his breath away in a sense. And he makes me feel that it was over that period of time. It was quite a long period of time. I think he could have been sicker for longer, but didn't go to the doctor. I don't think he had much faith in, I don't think he had much faith in regards to doctors and stuff like that. But what he puts onto me is the fact that he couldn't breathe properly before he passed over. Now, he did pass in a hospital bed. He was in a hospital bed when he passed. But I feel it was more, let me see, were you at home or were you there? Let me see. Yes, he was in hospital. I am seeing the name thing on the show me the space and the thing across the bed. So it is showing me that this gentleman did pass over in hospital. Now, he's connected. He's quite old as well. I feel like he's late 70s, early 80s when this gentleman passed over. And the link to having 3 brothers, I think there was 11 or 12 people in this man's family when he was growing up. I think there was quite a large family that he came from. And I feel like I want to connect with somebody there that's either one of 4 children or has 4 children. Can anybody connect with this gentleman? Because the breathing, he keeps taking my breath away. He shows me that either the person on here has 4 children or is one of 4 children. But the link also around this particular situation that's going on at the moment, okay? I feel like there's some type of bullying situation going on with regards to, now this could come in around a home or a property situation where, now I don't know if this person left their home to somebody and that person didn't get the house, or if it's the bank or the mortgage people that are trying to bully somebody into signing something or doing something, okay? For whatever reason, he's not particularly bothered with regards to the house, but he does realise that whoever is on here, somebody on here has a brother that either needs a little bit of extra help in the next few months just to get him started on his feet. For whatever reason, somebody here who is either one of 4 children or has 4 children needs to give Christopher Miller, you have 4 children. Christopher, have you a brother that needs a little bit of help at the moment, or that may need a bit of help with regards to where he's living or how he's living? Because I just feel like there's a lot of help to come that's coming from Spirit to go towards this person. I don't know if the name Patrick has a link there, but anyway, I need to say that name as well. Christopher, can you understand this? I'm not sure if anyone can hear me again. Hello? Is there anybody there? I feel like this. Do you know what? This is like the toffee crisp ad. Are you there, Sydney? Okay, you can hear me. Yay. Just every now and again, will you just give me a little thumbs up to let me know that you can hear me? Christopher, can you understand this? I'm not sure if Christopher can hear me. All right, okay, here we go. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sonia. Because it's so weird when you think you're talking to yourself. I mean, I do it a lot, but not on live. Great stuff, Sandra. Michelle McEnany. Okay, hi. So I'm not sure if somebody can take that information. Brother-in-law, Christopher Miller. Okay, thanks very much, Christopher, for validating that, because when they give stuff, you're a gem. Thank you. When they give stuff, somebody needs a bit of help at the moment, but I feel like it's not just in a financial way. I feel it's very much to do with an emotional way. And I don't know whether this person just got a little bit sidetracked with life. But I need to say that this gentleman in particular is helping this guy out. And I feel like there's something to do with paperwork that has to be signed. Eddie, okay. Has Eddie moved house, or is the link to Eddie moving house? Because I feel like something has to be pushed. And I feel like somebody was bullied in a way. Can you understand this, Christopher? Okay. Kirsty Todd can hear me. Sita Gernan, hello in Ohio. It's lovely to see people coming in from the States. Guys, let everybody know where you're tuning in from tonight. That'd be great. Marie McFerry, hi. I'm not sure if Christopher can hear me anyway, but I just feel the need to say if there was a bullying situation around a particular home, because I feel like where somebody was living or where they are at the moment, they're going to be moving, but they're going to need a little bit of extra help. And I feel that, I don't know if you guys were thinking of moving house as well, but there's a possibility of that happening too. So there's that. You see, do you see how they jump in and they say, I want to get my tuppence worth in here before you go on and talk about Archangel Michael. This is nuts. So a situation that is already resolved. You know what? Sometimes we lose sleep and we worry day to day, as in regards about things that really shouldn't be getting your attention. You know, if your back is against the wall with something, tell somebody to back off. Don't be afraid to stand your ground and say, I'm not having this. Back off. I'll make my own decisions when I'm good and ready. If you're in a situation that you feel, you know what, I really don't want to be here, or I really don't like what's going on, and I don't like the ethics behind something, you know what, you're normally right. So, Christopher Miller, okay. Eddie left the, okay. Hi, Nina Dib in Banbridge. Okay, Christopher, thanks. Well, somebody, he needs a bit of help or a bit of guidance, something to do with paperwork. Not sure if there's a bit of tension around that family, but you know what? It's something that can be resolved. Okay, Sandra Pelly. I'm cracking up, Sandra. I'm not breaking up, I'm cracking up. Yeah, it will freeze. Patrick, yes. Hannah, the name Patrick. Right. Can everybody hear me? Okay, so around those of you who picked Dream, if there's a situation around you at the moment that you feel that your back has been put to the wall and you have to make a decision around something, guess what? You don't have to make a decision. There's nobody that plays God over you and your life, whether it's a work situation or a family situation. If you're not ready and you don't have the full information around a particular situation, don't be afraid to go outside your comfort zone and ask for help. It's very, very, very normal to ask for help. And you know what? You may end up getting some help from somebody that would be a complete stranger that looking into a situation, they could give you a whole different answer. So if you feel like you're stuck in some type of situation where it's like, you know, it's nearly taking your breath away with anxiety and taking away from your sleep pattern and not being able to focus on your day because is this something that's hanging over your head, don't be afraid to say to somebody or phone somebody up and say, I really don't know what to do in this situation. And normally, if somebody says to me, I don't know what to do, then do nothing. Doing nothing is better than doing something that may have some type of consequences down the line for you that you may not have noticed. Okay? Am I still breaking up, guys? This is nuts. Hi, Olivia Langton. How are you? Guys, let us know where everybody is this evening. It's nice to see where you are in the country or out of the country. But to somebody out there needs to get either professional advice or good sound advice from someone that they would look up to with regards to a situation. So what I will say, thanks Anne-Marie, what I will say to whoever this is that's out there that picked Dream, there's a reason why you picked Dream. Sometimes we can get very, very scared when we don't know really what direction we're going in, all right? Now, sometimes that's the best thing, not knowing. You know, we don't have to know everything that's going to be happening in our lives. How boring would life be that if you knew what was going to be happening all the time? I mean, how crap would that be? You know? I mean, I see things all the time, but I don't see for myself. And I tell them that I don't want to see. I'll wake up every day and I will embrace those 24 hours as they come. You know what? It's not always happy-go-lucky type of stuff going on, but you know what? It's how we see situations. It's how you observe a situation and how you take it on board that will affect you, your body, your mind, everything around you. Now remember, when stuff like that affects us in a negative way, that attracts more negative. So be very mindful of when something happens and a situation happens around you that is happening at the moment around you. Can you step back and say, hold on a second, not my circus, not my monkeys. Sometimes it's nothing to do with us. And yet other people like to bring us into their drama. Now, I know friends and family can be the worst sometimes, you know, and people are one way to the other. You know, you should stand up for me. But you know what? It's nothing to do with that person, whether they're your brother, your sister, or anyone else. Let people deal with their own crap. If they bring you into a situation for maybe the first time ever, stand up, speak your truth, and then walk away. Leave them at it. If it's something that your hands are tied and you don't know what to do, you know what? Do nothing at all until your body says, right, that's it. I'm letting this go. It's nothing to do with me. If it's a case that you need, if you're in a bullying situation with regards to your job, it's time to stand up and be counted, because you know what? There'll always be one person that will stand up and stand beside you. Hi, Catherine. How are you, Catherine? How are you, Pa? Sarah Lynette, you know what? Oh, Ballybay. Hi, Michelle. You haven't missed it because I've only started. Spirit have been interrupting. We've been having some toffee crisp moments and everything else that goes with. So the situation card, the dream card, that's around situations, okay? I just feel this overwhelming feeling of anxiety across my chest area for somebody that's watching this right now and going, you know what, I am in a bullying situation, and you know what, maybe it's time that you stood up to yourself, and maybe, you know, when you speak your truth, nothing bad can happen. Sometimes people don't like the truth, but you know, hey-de-ho, they'll just have to build a bridge. But if it's around a work situation, that's going to affect you in the long term, speak to somebody that you know that you can trust. And if not, just go over their head and speak to somebody higher above as well. Life isn't always clear cut, you know. You will find people who you thought were friends that really weren't. They were Klingons, as I call them, or vampires. They suck the living life out of you, energy-wise, you know. So you got to be careful around situations that you get pulled into. Sometimes you can be pulled into a situation where you stop and you wonder, how did I get in the middle of this? This is not my circus. So not my circus, not my monkeys. Start standing up for yourself, okay? So that's dream, okay? Imelda Woods, hello. Hi, Rachel. Rachel, where are you? Imelda Woods, where are you tonight? So, here's love. So I don't know who's picked love out there, but let's see what's... Now, as I said to you, I haven't looked at the cards. As you can see, I'm bringing the card around here, so I'm going to see it now, but I'm going to show you lovely Archangel Michael. Look at him. Isn't he gorgeous? I love him. Oh, here we go. This is very good. Who picked love? Anybody out there pick love? Lisa O'Neill. Paula. Okay, so those of you who picked love, look what this says. Self-respect. Isn't it lovely? Now look at the prayer underneath it. Okay, so I'm going to read out the prayer. As I said, later on I'll pop the cards on and you'll have the prayer there if you want to write it down or whatever you want to do. Maybe, you know, you just want to see it. But anyway, it says, Dear angels, thank you for helping me see myself as you see me through the eyes of love. Thank you for honouring and respecting me. Please guide me to do the same for myself. Very interesting here. And grant me the courage to speak up on my own behalf. Wow. I ask for your protection in all of my relationships so that I am surrounded by loving and kind people. I feel there's a particular tone here with the angels tonight with regards to people honouring themselves and honouring your own energy. The self-respect card comes up if you are in a relationship that you're just not really feeling the love. Literally, it's like you're really looking at that person and going, I don't know you, and what am I doing here? And guess what? It's probably the same for them. But you know what? It's also to do with, and I need to say this, there's somebody out there that needs to let go of the old before they can step into the new. You are so attached to the drama connecting with an ex, and you got to let that go, because let me tell you something, that's a bit like the circus and the monkeys as well. There's somebody that you need to let go of, and to gain back your self-respect for yourself, for your energy, for your body, for your time, do you know, mentally, physically, emotionally. When you put so much focus on a human being that's in your past, always remember, an ex is an ex for a reason. They didn't land up being an ex just for the crack. They are out of your life for a particular reason. Sometimes people are stuck in relationships for years and years and years because they didn't have the self-respect and the strength within themselves to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I'd rather be on my own. So, yeah, Sandra, Nina, Lorna, Rachel, yeah, it is. It's very, very true. But what happens is, and there's a dangerous, dangerous danger with this, okay, is that people need to stop bringing their past relationships into their new ones, because what's happening there is they start to prejudge the new person in their life and they did nothing wrong. And all of a sudden, little things are going to start going wrong and you're going to go, I knew that would happen. Absolutely. Will I tell you why? Because you said it would. You tell the universe that something's going to happen, and you know what? Bing. You are like a magnet. You're like a magnet for the great stuff, but you're also a magnet for crap. The lowest crap that you could actually get, you will attract that to you. So be very careful. This self-respect card, this love, the love, okay, is to do with, are you in something that you really shouldn't be in? Have you been bored? Is it time to spice life up? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people out there that, when you have children and you have a mortgage and everything else is work and people and family and friends and everybody wants a slice of you, and it's like there's no time for the two of you. You know what? Maybe get back to basics and start having a date night once a week for you and your partner. If you want to save something, maybe there's an opportunity here to make something, to reignite passion in an existing relationship. Okay? But I need to acknowledge, because I'm picking this up really, really strong, there's some people out there that need to let go of their ex. And you know what? Looking in their Facebook pages, or you're flicking through the phone, or you're looking at photographs and you're thinking, I was happy then, wasn't I? No, you weren't. You see, the unfortunate thing about human beings is they play games. They will play games. People will pretend to be something that they're not to try and impress another human being. Then when they fall off that pedestal that they've put themselves on, and you've put them up a little bit higher, when they fall off that pedestal, it's just disaster. Disaster strikes. No human being can fix another human being. You can only fix yourself. If I see this all the time, and I hear people saying to me, and I've had people saying to me, if I only just had that job, and if I only just had the man that's meant to be doing this. Do you see Walt Disney? God bless him. But he's a huge sin to answer for when he's letting people think that someday my prince will come. Now what? I don't see any white horses trotting up the road just yet, but what I do believe in is a twin flame connection. Now that's a different level. So your soulmate, we'll just put Walt Disney to one side now. As entertaining as it is, that's all it is. It's entertainment. It's all plotted. It's a story that's put into people's brains, especially little girls in their lives. Okay, but they're just a story, and it's good entertainment at the time. But if you think that somebody's going to walk into your life and fix everything for you, that you can't fix yourself, you are mistaken. Let me tell you, you are mistaken. You see, sometimes, let me see, Cap Bradley. My prince is on a tortoise now. White horse, Paul Coburn. Deadly. I love it. And Cap Bradley, do you know what? I'm glad you're on. I'm glad you're on, because your ex is an ex for a reason. And it's not something that they can't fix, that they need to fix, that they think you will fix it. You will fix it. Guess what? Leopards don't change their spots. I feel like your old granny here talking to us, and that the prince is not going to trot up the road in a big white stallion. It's just not going to happen. But what will happen in this lifetime, when you start letting go of people, places and things that take from you all of the time, when you start letting them go, you're letting life know to let the real stuff come in. It makes room, it makes space, and it makes an awful lot of sense, doesn't it, girls and lads out there? It makes an awful lot of sense. The amount of time, if you think The amount of time and effort and tears and sweat and everything else that you put into a human being that did absolutely nothing for you. Now, are they worth your time? So why don't you take all that energy, turn it around on a positive note and start giving you that energy, start being romantic with you, because if you don't know what romance is, guess what? Nobody's going to teach you, but start being nice to you as you're the most important human being here. End of. So somebody that you want to come in on a level where, you know, you're not looking for somebody to fix you because you're okay as you are. Be happy and be comfortable with who you are. Okay? Have some of this. Claim your energy back. Claim your self-respect back by letting go of the past. Right? Now, I know some people say, oh, that's easier said than done. But you know what? If you love drama, knock yourself out, continue on. But guess what? You will be no further on in 5 years' time than you will be from today. So take a good look and have a good feel of how that feels today. Because 5 years down the road, you don't make that decision for you because you're important. Your self-respect is very important. So you got to make that decision for you. Do you want to be the one that's sitting at home wondering, I wonder what they're doing now, and then they're searching through, you know, I've seen it happen through Facebook and text messages, and then there's the old, oh, I'll have a glass of wine and send, and then a weird drunk message goes out there. I've seen it all. I've had so many people come to me with different things. But you know what? It's to do with yourself. This is to do with your self-confidence and how can you raise your self-confidence? Because when you let go of old stuff, you know what? Sometimes I just use the words, God bless you. You know what? You give somebody a blessing, you get 1,000 back for yourself, and that's what you do. There are people out there in relationships, you know, that are terrified of breaking up with that person because they're terrified of being on their own. Do you know what? You can be with somebody for 20 years and be the loneliest person ever. It doesn't mean that it's right. So what you got to do here with self-respect and connecting with relationships and having the courage to express yourself. Are you afraid to express yourself to the person that you're with? You know? Are you afraid that they might laugh at you and think she's cracked? Because guess what? If you're with the right person, it doesn't matter if you grow horns on your head. They just think you're lovely anyway. Why? Because that's the person that's meant to be in your life. My God, I click in on self-respect in 5 years, pops up. Is that a sign? More than likely, Charlene, yes. Do what I want. Going to enjoy your freedom. But the thing is, that's your freedom. You are already free. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you're already free. It's not that you went into a relationship to claim ownership on somebody. If you want that, get a dog. And even at that, it's hard to train them. But if you're expecting somebody to come in and fix your life, you know, if somebody comes into your life, and even if you were living in something that was the size of a shoebox, your space will expand. Everything expands. It's like everything just gets bigger. You know why? You're not focusing on the small stuff. And if you have, you know, two energies looking in the same direction, that's all it is. You don't have to be planning the big weddings and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just... How about planning a day in life? Just for two people. A day in life. Doing whatever you wanted. Saying whatever you wanted. You know, being free. But when you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that you're trapped. It means that you're free to still be who you are, but knowing that somebody has your back and you have theirs. That's the difference. Have you got your partner's back, or do they have yours? It's a good question. But self-respect, be mindful. Girls, fellas, stop looking at the past and thinking, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know what? Opportunities come and go. If you didn't take an opportunity at a particular time, you know what? Maybe there will be another opportunity along the road. But just to know, your self-respect means an awful lot more for you. Sharon Holt, you're terrible. Go on. She wants someone to fix our boiler and then bye-bye, happy on my own. But you see, that isn't the attitude to have either, Sharon. You know, because at the end of the day, when the person that you're meant to be with comes along, your head will go into a spin and you won't know whether you're coming or going. And that's what happens when you're with the right person as well. You don't feel nervous. You're very, very comfortable. And that's the thing. So, for everybody that chose love, self-respect, and having courage. Can everybody still hear me? I have to get a drink of water, sorry. Can everybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Who picked hope? Who picked hope tonight? Okay, here he is. Who picked it? Pop up. Say hello, girls. Say hello, people. Hi, Nina. Okay, well, take your time making this decision. Look at this. This is about making decisions. Okay, so I'll read the prayer for it and we'll see where we go from there. Okay. Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach a particular situation. Remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. Now, I just love this card, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes we try to control things, right? It's a bit like last week I told people about the universal, the big super moon, and write your letter to the universe and tell them what you want. But in the middle of it, I did say to people, you can't write to the universe and tell them, I want my new black car on Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock and I want it delivered to a man with long red hair. Because that's just nuts. But that's like controlling. You cannot tell the universe, I want it this way and I want it at this time. And if you don't give it to me, I won't believe in you anymore. But I'll ask and ask and ask and ask and ask again. Okay? So when you're being told, take your time making a decision. Sometimes we gotta, again, the relaxed approach is normally the best approach in around certain situations, right? Now, and you're asking Archangel Michael to help you to detach and step back out of a situation. As I said earlier, there's a bit of a tone to these cards this evening about people claiming back their own energy and detaching from situations. But and to allow things to naturally unfold. Human beings, we're very inquisitive and we really want to know how everything works and when is this happening and what's this for? But you know what? Have you ever thought of maybe when you were getting into bed at night time, and maybe tonight you might do it and say to the angels, you know what? Thanks for letting me have a lovely day and I'm quite happy to let life unfold tomorrow and heal and protect me while I sleep. Because when you're doing that, things happen for a reason, Sharon, let me tell you. Sometimes we're not meant to be in the energy we're in, so boilers will pop. I've had 2 foot of water flow through this house 10 years ago. Yeah, so I know all about it, let me tell you. But anyway, this is about your approach to particular situations around you. Now, for those of you who picked hope, right? Perhaps there's something around a job situation that you're looking at that you're saying to yourself, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I really don't know. Or maybe you've been looking at the company itself or the people behind the company that you work for, that you're kind of thinking, I'm not sure. You know, it's okay not to be sure about something. Nobody in this lifetime is 100% sure before they do something. Nobody. There's always that 5% of fear factor in every situation, right? And every decision that we make, that we hope we don't make it the wrong decision so that we don't hurt another person. Normally it's to do with somebody else, right? But can you hear me, guys? Thumbs up there if you can hear me. You're being asked to detach from a situation and step back. Sometimes when we're too close to things, we can't see. We can absolutely not see. It's like driving. Me telling you guys to go out driving and looking in the rear view mirror. You're eventually going to crash. Okay, sometimes we're too close. So what I would say to someone, Sharon, I know for a fact you're going to be moving. Okay, and there's a lady's energy here, okay, and I feel like I'm very drawn. It's either between Sandra there or Jennifer. There's a lady that keeps coming in, and the colour green is very, very strong around this lady. I don't know if Jennifer, are you wearing green or is it Sandra? Who's wearing green at the moment? But somebody's trying to, there's a baby, there's a pregnancy to come. And I need to acknowledge that the link with a little girl is to come. And I feel like there's already one child there already. So there's a second child on the way there somewhere for somebody there. I don't know if the name Olive or Olivia is there for here or you. But I need to acknowledge that name really, really strong. And it is, there's a little girl to be brought to come into the family. So there will be news of a pregnancy. I feel this pregnancy is coming in most definitely before Christmas. The news is, they probably find out in around the 4th or the 8th of December with regards to pregnancy, right? Keep that date in mind, ladies, because when they give dates, they're normally dead on, okay? Who is going for an interview on Wednesday? Is there somebody going off for an interview Wednesday or doing something with regards to a job on Wednesday? Or was it last Wednesday that you already went? Hi, Pierce Woods. Thanks, Jennifer. Somebody's going to be going for a new job. The link with an interview or getting the word about a job happens on a Wednesday. And that also has a connection to a little girl that's coming into somebody's family. And this is being announced early December. Okay. I have to say the name. I think it's Olive. Olive. Have to say the name Olive. Okay. Let me see. Does anybody out there know a chap called Gary? I have a young male here. The name Gary is just being flung at me here, okay? I feel that Gary passed over tragically, and for whatever reason, I don't know whether it's his friend that's on here that's watching this at the moment, or if it's his sister or his mum. But I need to acknowledge this. Catherine Boylan, can you understand this? God, I wish Facebook wouldn't be so slow. Can somebody give me the thumbs up there that with regards to what I'm saying? The name Gary, I don't know whether it's his mum that's on here or it's a friend that's on here that he wants to connect with. I don't know whether somebody did some type of Gaelic match for him in his memory, or there's a cup that has his name on it that was done in his memory. I don't know if this young chap was hit by something or got knocked down by something, because I feel like I'm looking at something. The road, it's a road I'm seeing, but it's dark. There's no lights. I can't see any lights. Hi, Charlotte Kelly. Big hugs and kisses right back to you from County Louth. Who can understand the link with this person passing? He's a young male. I don't know. Maybe he was only 18 or 19 when he passed over. But I need to acknowledge this, because you know what? They always come in like this if there is somebody there that can pass on something to... Hey, Amanda. I need to acknowledge that this was an accident. Okay? I don't know if he was hit. I'm seeing a dark road. I see a car, but I don't see another car. Okay, so I feel like I don't know if he was walking on the road, standing on the road, or crossing the road at the time of his passing, but I feel like he was hit. I need to acknowledge that he wants somebody to know that he sees the cup with his name on it. And I feel it could be, I think it's GAA, I'm not sure, I hope I'm not wrong. Well, you know, it's a ball, it bounces, but I think it's GAA, okay? And I feel like I'm looking, it's strange, because I feel like he's there with an older gentleman that looks to be his grandfather. I don't know if the name James or Jim has a connection with him, but I need to acknowledge this. So whoever is out there and that's sitting back going, oh God, I know who that is. You know what? Don't be afraid to message me and say, you know what? Just give me the thumbs up for it and let me know it's okay. But I need to acknowledge him, because it's coming up before Christmas time. But I feel it was either late in the Christmas or just after Christmas when he got killed on the road. So I need to acknowledge this. Somebody out there knows this, guys. It's like, I don't know if he was at a party before he went, because I feel like everybody's dressed up. Everybody's dressed up. I don't know if it's New Year's Eve, but I feel like I'm looking at just after Christmas, which comes up in around the New Year. But I need to acknowledge that he's there with an older man, and he's there with an older man, and that he doesn't want his mum to be so sad, that he's been trying to move things around her and trying to comfort her, but it's coming up to this time of year, and I don't know if somebody said to his mum, look, why don't we go away for Christmas for, you know, just to change it, but she's very stuck at the moment emotionally, and he wants me to share his love with her, or somebody that's on here that can pass that message on. It's amazing how the energy can just pop in, especially if they know he's there with somebody at this moment in time watching this, watching this, going, you know who this is. Anyway, I need to acknowledge, hi Patrice, you'd be grand, you'll be able to watch the first half of it in a little while. But I need to acknowledge this young chap. I don't know if he was 18 or 19, but it looks to me like he was knocked down on a very dark road. It looks to me like he was already at a party, and everybody was dressed up, but it feels more after Christmas coming into the new year when he passed. That's his name. That's his name. Hannah O'Neill. Can you understand who I'm talking about? Who's Jim or James? This has been a toughie. I need to acknowledge the cup in this chap's name. There's a name. His name is on either a GAA cup or a soccer cup. They have something that's in his memory. Can Hannah please talk to me here, please? He's with his grandfather in spirit, this chap. Can anybody hear me? Am I losing the sound? His name is his name on a cup? Because he shows me his name is on a cup. And that there's something that's done in his memory with regards to this cup. Hello, people. Okay, I'm just going to continue on. I need to acknowledge anyway, Hannah, if you know this person that I'm talking about, yes, his name is on a cup. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Clodagh. Thanks, Sandra. This is so weird because everything kind of goes really silent. But I need to acknowledge that that young chap is here. He's there with his grandfather. The link with being, I feel like he was hit by a car. He wasn't in a car. He was hit by a car. And I feel that there's a link also with with a priest for whatever reason. I need to acknowledge. I don't know if the car was silver or grey. I don't know. But the road was dark. The gentleman he's with is very much, he minded him. He was there straight away to take him. He didn't feel any pain. Can somebody pass that on, that he did not feel any pain when he passed over? His grandfather was there and took him. And it's like his grandfather was in the same vicinity for whatever reason, or maybe they lived in that vicinity. I don't know. But I need to acknowledge that he wants everyone to know he sees his name on this trophy or cup or a plaque that's done in his honour, so to speak. And he's the... Okay, well, maybe somebody will pass that information on, that he's okay and that he's trying to look after his mammy. I don't know if his mum has blonde hair, but he shows me somebody with... I don't know if her hair is in the bob or she's her hair straight. I don't know, but I just feel like he rubs her hair and he wants her to know, really, really know that he's fine and that he's there with his grandfather, but he's also there with somebody else who passed over. I don't know whether it's a couple of weeks ago as well. There was another funeral. So I need to acknowledge that so I can get past it. God, I can breathe now. Hold on till I get a drink of water. Oh my God. Anyway, this is what happens when we pull the cards. Hi, Auntie Paula. Paula, hi pet, how are you? Okay, I need to acknowledge, okay, so the link with hope, they just pull me energy a whole different direction, you know. But I need to acknowledge the link with hope and somebody that's been told, take your time about making decisions, okay? Because sometimes, hiya James, you know, sometimes you need to detach yourself from a situation completely. You know, not every situation that you're in is 100%. But if you're with the right people around you and you're doing what you're meant to be doing in your life, then everything will flow nicely. But if there's blocks coming towards you, or you're getting up and day to day you're hitting a wall, then you know what? Maybe you should need to step back and go, you know what, am I doing the right thing here? Do I need to sit down and really kind of re-evaluate what I want out of my life? Charlotte Kelly, you're going to be moving again, baby. And I don't know if there is baby news on the way, but anyway, wouldn't surprise me. And happy days, I'm delighted. But I need to acknowledge that sometimes you got to sit back and maybe put your life on a piece of paper and make decisions from there. Draw it out. Look at where the avenues, because there's always avenues around you. There's never just one way of doing anything. There's always different doorways and always different avenues. As my granny used to say, when one door closes, a window opens. You know what I mean? So it's not always stuff that feels bad and stuff that feels like, I'm never going to get through this and how am I going to do this and I can't do this and I want to do this. But you know what? If you stop, take a breath, just take a moment for yourself and say, hold on a second. Where's the positive for me in this? Because there's always a positive. Every negative, there's a positive. For every negative, there's a positive. And for every positive, there's a negative if you go looking for it. But the first human reaction thing to do here is look for a negative. Okay? So what I'm asking you here this evening is, if you're in a situation that you're just like, oh, everything's going wrong, can you just stop? Just stop and just take a moment, take a bit of stock with regards to you. Never mind situations outside of it. We have no control over what other people say, what other people do. We only have control over how we behave and how we react to situations. Now, if somebody's putting your back up against the wall, have no fear in saying, listen, back off. Because I'm a bit I am a mother to three children, okay, and I am one of three children as well, and I know that my mother and me and the likes of my sister and people that I know that have children were like lionesses with our cubs. Step on their toes, I'll step on your head. And you see, sometimes people forget that that's within everybody, that protectiveness, that fierce protectiveness that we get over, whether it's our children or a friend or a lover, whoever, so it's like, hurt them, you're hurting me. Hurt me, you hurt my kids, I will crush you. But you know something, it's not always about attack. Sometimes you got to step back, tell somebody else to back off and make your decision from a place of peace and calm. Don't make a decision on spur of the moment anger or temper, okay? So just be mindful, okay? There's lots of... that chap's name is Shane. Yeah, that chap's name is Shane. I don't know if he had dark hair or there's a link to dark hair with that chap, but you know what? I don't know if his girlfriend was blonde or maybe his mum is blonde, but he shows me again because he's just moved. But anyone that picked there on the hope, take time in making your decisions. If you're asking the angels for a bit of help, let it go, write it down, burn it. It doesn't matter what you do with it, but to let it go, because if you keep focusing on a situation, it's not going to change. If you let this go, whatever the situation is around you, I don't know if there's somebody called Michelle out there at the moment that just has this situation around her that she just feels trapped. And what I will say to you, dark hair, just be... You know what, Michelle, your work is going to change. Your work is going to change. And it's not a factory setting that I'm seeing here. I feel like it's a small, low-key setting that I'm seeing here, but it's in half the time, so maybe it's just a part-time thing. But I don't see a link with lots of space, lots of doors, and the link with conveyor belts, so that must be a factory. But I'm telling you something, it's all of that is changing really, really fast. Will I pull one more for luck, guys? I always pull 3 cards anyway, but is there anybody out there that wants me to pull one more before we close up shop for the night? I will, James. I'll PM you in a bit. Okay, hold on. So here they are. Let me see. Okay, one more. Right. Look, 2 of them came out, okay? So the first one that came out is your home is protected by the angels, all right? Knowing that anywhere that you go, no matter where you live in this world, your home is always protected by the angels, right? So never to fear. Be mindful of who you invite into your life, into your home, because that's your space, that's your nest. So, but know that it's protected by the angels, okay? So there's that one there that fell out, okay? And it's kind of letting everybody else know as well that, you know what, you're never on your own. Hello, Sue in Long Island. Hi. You see, I'm not talking about Ginger now, Sue, even though I love Ginger. I got a nice comment the last time I mentioned Ginger before Sue. But anyway, I'm saying hello to Sue first. But the other one that popped out was this. Let go of fear now. You know what? Fear, it's false evidence appearing real. You can't smell it. You can't touch it. You can't taste it. But you feel it. By God, you feel it, and you feel it down in your gut. Now, what I would say here, it says here, Archangel Michael, please help me to feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, or ego-based thoughts or feelings. Toxins. You know, other people's stuff can be toxic. There's an awful lot of toxic people out there on Facebook, let me tell you something. But you know what? You just get over it. Remove yourself from toxic situations, people, places, and things that don't serve you any purpose in your life. It's great, Cat, isn't it? The beautiful cards, Amanda. Absolutely beautiful Archangel Michael cards. I would tell everybody, pick yourself up a set of angel cards, and if you don't know which ones to pick, let them pick you. But you're being told to let go of fear now and know that your home and your place where you live is well protected by the angels and always will be. The only way low energy will come into your home is if you invite it in, and you won't be doing that at all. So guys, you know what? It was really lovely to tune in there tonight, and I hope I've helped somebody along the way. I know that there will be lots of... there's a lot of house moves coming for people that are online tonight. Everything's just falling here. It's just nuts. There's a lot of house moves and where people live, moving. All these cards have just fallen down. Oh my God. It's nuts. Everything's just flying tonight. It's nuts. But, you know, I always tell everybody, give to others what you'd like to give to yourself. And make a wish for somebody else that may need it, because there is a lot of toxic people out there. And, you know, some of them don't even know that they're toxic because they've lived a particular way of life for such a long time. They don't know any different. God bless them, you know. And that's what you have to do. Sometimes you have to give an L blessing to somebody, because there is a lot of people, places and things out there that, you know, we'd rather not encounter, you know. So all you do is send them an L blessing and say cheery pip, you know. It's like in life, not everybody will, I won't be everybody's cup of tea, but I don't expect to be anyone's cup of tea, you know. I'm me. If you don't like it, you know what? Get offline. Don't bother looking. Why tune in? So, you know, this card here that fell there now, that just jumped out, go forward fearlessly. Well, do you know what? That's what everybody needs to do online here, is go forward fearlessly. And do you know what? If somebody's jealous of you, God bless them, send them a lovely blessing. If they feel that they, you know, I feel sorry for people who don't have the confidence to stand in their truth and speak their truth, you know. I do. I feel very, very sorry for people like that, because you know what? When you stand in your truth, and you hold on to your own energy, and regardless of what anybody else says, you know what? You'll never hurt anybody. So, and I'm the biggest skeptic walking as well. You know what I mean? I'm a real show me, don't tell me, show me, don't tell me. But you know what? I got shown. I've witnessed miracles through the years around other people, around myself, around my kids, but around complete strangers that I met. And I have had... And I have been blessed to meet so many people across the globe. I love the United States. Love Long Island and all the guys there and Manhattan. And, you know, obviously I better mention Massachusetts, or I'll get a PM later going, do you not love me either? But I do. You know, all across the globe, there are people that I connect with. Some complete strangers that have turned into friends. And will be lifetime friends. So for that, I am very grateful. And thanks to Facebook that we all get to say, you know, sit here tonight and connect with the angels. Sure, what else would we be doing? It's lovely to give something. Ginger says hi. I'll give her a cuddle from me. Feathers, yeah. Do you know what? There's been butterflies. There was two butterflies on my ceiling this morning for whatever reason, because it's too bloody cold for them. But there was two of the red and black butterflies on the ceiling this morning. I don't know where they went. And but feathers, spirit love to leave little signs. Um, Feathers where no bird can fly, they will leave a feather. Coins, little coins. But always remember that each time you think of somebody in spirit, that thought is like a light bulb going off in spirit, and click, they're there. And you only have to think about them. So don't be afraid. They'd never spook you and they'd never harm you but they will protect you and they will communicate with you on a massive, massive level. Know that you're never on your own, number one. Spirit will always be to your right hand side and your angels will always walk to your left. You are protected. There are too many redundant angels out there at the moment. You know what? Give your angel a name and communicate with them every single day and ask them to help you. I guarantee you, your life will turn around and the things that you wished would happen will all flow directly to you. So may you be happy. May each of you be happy. May each of you be well. And may all things go well for every single person that has been online tonight. I am very grateful to be able to do this for everybody. And you know what? You're all blessed. Good night and God bless.